Hey everybody, this is Game Breaker 124. Welcome back to more Let's React to Friendship is Magic episodes. Time for a horseshoe in.
I think you really spruce up the office, Miss Philodendron. Oh, I'm gonna call you Phyllis. Don't you look good, Phyllis?
Oh, good lord. It's funny, but also slight cringe. Doesn't bother me much, but still.
Come in.
At least not. At least not right now.
Come in.
The freaking derp expression.
Were you just talking to someone?
No. Why?
They wouldn't have suspected the plant. You didn't need to move it.
Starlight, I have something very important to discuss with you.
If this is about leaving early yesterday, I didn't have any students on my schedule, and Trixie was having a magical emergency, which actually turned out to be nothing.
It's not anything like that.
Of course it's trying to be nothing like that. She did that to get you to spend some time with her like that previous episode earlier in this season. I didn't do a react to because that was one. Again, I'm butchering his YouTube username, how it's pronounced, Melaniminius or whatever. Actually, his video of that is still available, or at least was previously, so... Or maybe it was a season 8 episode, I don't remember. Actually, no. I remember it wasn't. It was season 9 because it also had Maud and Mudbriar in it.
Twilight Sparkle, the Princess of Friendship, in light of her impending ascension to the throne of Equestria, and in anticipation of her many duties and...
Freaking Twilight. Aren't you the one that wrote her had Spike write it for you? Find a mirror, Twilight.
responsibilities forthwith, does hereby intend to make good on her previous offer to you...
What the heck was with her? Why'd she keep moving her hoof down like that? What the heck? Also, Twilight, you having your own little version of the overly long thing on the one Comedian Mark Crusader episode. I don't know what season it's from. I think it was the Babsy one, I'm not sure.
Starlight Glimmer of replacing her as head mayor of the School of Friendship.
I want you to take over the school when I move to Canterlot.
I know! It's just so amazing! I'm a little...
You know? How did you know? Unless you already knew and I don't remember.
Do you think I'm really up for it? Of course you do. I've covered for you every time you've had to run off and save Equestria, but I mean...
And then the one time where it was false because Discord sent him on a goose chase and then was a dick to you.
Yes, of course! Thank you!
Oh, why with the eyelids?
You every time you've had to run off and save Equestria, but I mean, yes, of course. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I can't think of any pony who'd be better for the job.
I'm a little nervous and excited.
Where's Pinky to say nervous sighted when you need her?
Mostly just nervous.
I understand. Of course, I'll have a lot of important responsibilities as ruler of Equestria, but I'll always be available to help whenever you need.
Are you supposed to be at a royal etiquette lesson with Celestia and Luna right now?
Lip bite.
Right! Can't underestimate the important responsibility of royal napkin placement.
I mean, legit considering you were so fixed. That was one, I think I'm correct, that's one of the things you were fixated on in the episode where Trixie and Starlight became friends and you came between them because of your grudge with Trixie. But also, of course, your understandable distrust for her at that time.
Wow. I mean, no big. Right, Phyllis? I've totally got this.
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what
Hughes
friendship could
Gloriosa
be.
from Legend of
Until
Evergreen.
you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat.
Oh, okay.
And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you are my very best friends?
Hey. Review Tech USA is live streaming and he has a thumbnail of Mr. Beast. I was wondering if once the next live stream if he was going to be covering all the bullcrap around Mr. Beast, and I'm not saying everything that's coming up is, oh, hey, it's bullcrap. No. The bullcrap of Mr. Beast and the royal piece of crap he is.
You know I'm nothing but proud that you've been officially offered the position of head mayor.
Thanks.
But I can't help wondering if it's going to cut into our social schedule.
What do you mean?
Take now, for example. Instead of heading to the delightful lunch I had planned, we're striding with determination toward what I can only assume is Twilight's office.
Also, determination already then.
Obviously, our lunch is super important, but so is taking over the school. And the only pony who's really run the School of Friendship is the Princess of Friendship. And I'm worried about doing it all alone, so I want to get as much advice from Twilight as I can while she's still here.
But Twilight's never really done anything alone. She always has her friends.
But that just gave me an idea! Thanks, Trixie! You can give good advice when you don't mean to.
Thanks? Are we still doing lunch?
Okay. Hey, what the heck? Why didn't it hold? Is it like main magic? I don't know.
Getting royal place settings just right is a lot harder than it looks.
Okay. I know how busy you are, but I wanted to talk to you about running the school because, honestly, I was a bit worried about taking it over all on my own. But I just realized you never did it alone.
Having a friend help out is pretty great.
Exactly! So, what do you think about me hiring a vice head mayor to help run things?
I trust you to run the school any way you want. And if that means hiring a vice head mayor, I think it's a great idea.
Really?
Like you said, I've always had ponies around to help. And don't worry, you can always call on me to...
Twilight, Rarity says you were supposed to be the boutique 5-minute...
I mean, I like the gag for this episode. It's funny, but at the same time, it's so unbecoming of of Twilight, especially considering how on the book she is, so to speak, with things. It's like her thing is the organization / scheduling pony, and she's the head mayor, but she keeps failing. Again, I like the joke. It's funny, but I have to like other people wouldn't. But at the same time, it's like, yeah. One of the things, one of the minions I'll never get to see him sin.
Minutes ago for your second fitting for the coronation gown.
How many fittings are there gonna be?
A lot.
Anyway, good luck finding your vice head mayor. I know you'll pick the right pony for the job.
Wow, I heard the whole thing.
And here she goes with her. Again, I understand it, but still, here he goes with her automatically assuming things. I don't know if it was all about the up episode or something else I was thinking of with her automatically assuming things.
And all I can
in the previous episode.
say is, I am humbled.
Why?
I hadn't ever considered it, but hearing you say it out loud made me realize what a great and powerful vice head mayor I'll be. Plus, we get to work and socialize at the same time.
Also, I just thought of something I think that ends up happening at the end of the episode.
Well, sure, that would be fun, but I can't just give you the job.
Oh, no, of course not. I imagine there's a lengthy process to go through before you inevitably hire the best pony for the position. Wink.
Oh, good lord.
Exactly. I'll probably interview several ponies.
Of course, several.
She's not being sarcastic.
Wink.
Why do you keep saying wink?
Because repeating the same thing several times over equals automatically funny.
I'm not saying
And I'm putting that on the writers, not on Trixie.
wink. Wink.
I'm glad you...
What the? Why? The one and only I question. Why? Like, writers, why? Freaking Spoiled Rich, formerly known as Spoiled Milk before she got married to Filthy Rich. Freaking Diamond Tiara's mom. No. Just no. Absolutely not. Why? I was gonna say, oh hey, I like Octavian before I ended up starting getting that out. Oh hey, Octavian, cool. And it's like, why? She has no. The other one, freaking spoiled rich, has no business being there. Just no.
All decided to be part of the search for the School of Friendship's vice headmare.
You're so oh, why are you even there anyway? Is it because, oh hey, I want to be associated with the royalty that is Twilight Sparkle because I like to have friends in high places?
Honestly, if you're looking for some pony to fundraise, I can bring in enough bits to have several buildings named after me.
After you, yeah.
Well, that's not the primary responsibility of the vice headmare, but any pony is welcome to apply. I think the selection process I've come up with is pretty special.
Albeit unnecessary.
Since you all have to prove you have what it takes to be...
I'm glad that you have Big Mac here, and part of the reason they decided to include him is because of the hardcore irony that he pretty much only ever says nope and yup. Other than rare occasions such as the Sisterhood Social episode, even if that's not the name of it, with Apple Bloom, with the in-depth talk at the end of it, the heart-to-heart. And then, of course, the flashback to the past and where the apple lies.
Vice Headmare, I've designed the interview in 3 stages. Each stage will test a different skill the Vice Headmare needs. Only those who do well will move through the stages until finally the best candidate rises to the top. So, without further ado, it's time for stage 1, substituting for the teachers.
Well. Once the students get a sample of my great and powerful instruction, they might not want to go back to the regular faculty.
Wow, that seam is so straight! You really learned how to sew from mending apple sacks on the farm?
Yep.
Also, that filly in the background with a bow on her head.
You really learned how to sew from mending apple sacks on the farm?
Yep.
Right next to, in the background, right next to Starlight, good lord, Starlight's tail. Billy Pegasi was the bow.
Loyalty is the foundation of friendship and trust. But nothing gets more loyalty than a big stack of bits. This book on business will teach you all how to earn your own. Chapter 1, Equity.
Octavia should just be hired to freaking be the band teacher. Granted, the School of Friendship is about friendship, it's not a typical school. Of course. Also, who gave Piggyback her flugelhorn from that freaking infamous episode that is definitely one of the worst in MLP history? Also, I like that it sounds like bagpipes unless there actually is bagpipes. Of course they would have frickin' Dr. Who's be science. That's a dub, but still. Also, is that one pony right there supposed to be an alternate of Cherry Berry? Which is a counterpart to the clone of Applejack from it's either season 1 or season 2 episode.
In the pre-Equestria era, year 1322, Abraxias the Bold did...
I'm going back for a reason. Wait a minute.
1322,
yeah, that pony far left. You guys catch it before I end pausing this. Looks like a color swap of Fluttershy, straight up.
Bold did. Ooh, a bunch of boring stuff. For a really long time. Okay, I know history's important, but I never learned any of it, and look how I turned out.
Technically, you did, even though it wasn't actual history. Spells that you learn, perform, come from stuff in the past, which is history.
Wink.
Oh, hey, that's where that comes from.
Wink.
Okay, Phyllis. Obviously, those three are moving on. But what about the rest? I think we're in agreement on this one.
She should have never been there to begin with, but since she said applicants are open to all, she had to be freaking fair.
I know what you're gonna say, but it would be so much fun to have my vice head mare be a friend. She just needs a little more hoof-holding than some of the others, but...
Hey, at least one more time, you eliminated one, so... And the one should have never been there anyway.
It could still work out, right?
Starlight, I've given this a lot of thought. And even though I still believe naps are a valid use of class time, you'll be the one running the school. So if you say no naps, then no naps. And I know I can be a little stubborn and not the best listener, but I just can't wait for us to tackle this job as a team. Two great and powerful friends taking on the world. And I know you still have to go through all this
That's not the world.
interview stuff. Wink. But I just had to tell you how excited I am.
Why there wasn't another wing in that.
I told you it could work.
Also,
Alright, remaining vice head mare candidates, welcome to stage 2. All of you are here because you performed well, or well enough, to face your next challenge, parent-teacher conferences. The vice head mare will need to be a
There's a scene right here, this upcoming part with Big Mac is one of my biggest standout things I remember from this episode.
communicator, and I can't think of a better test of that than meeting with our students and their parents or guardians.
I eagerly look forward to sharing my love of science with both progeny and progenitors.
Yay, actual voice lines from him and her.
Indeed. An orchestra is made up of different parts, and good communication is the key to harmony.
I could be wrong, but I think she's voiced by Tabitha, the same one that does Rarity.
Yup.
A lifetime on stage has taught me that good communication is essential to holding your audience's attention, which is why Trixie is also known as a great and powerful communicator.
Okay, I like how she said it in the expression.
The School of Friendship is like a song, and although she started out singing her part pianissimo, Ocellus is now soloing fortissimo.
That's good, right?
Indeed.
The science.
I mean, she can do the combo and get the point across, but not to where they actually know everything she's saying because of her Britishisms or whatever it is.
Curriculum at the school is somewhat lacking, but Yona has taken to the subject like a yak to smashing. If fostered, I believe she could easily blaze a trail and expand our understanding of science itself. Yak's best!
I know that's the running thing with them, and some people would probably be like, oh, hey, Yak's best, haha, whatever, but I liked it.
Yak's best! Yak's best!
Gallus is a fantastic student. He's even taught me a thing or two about napping.
Is that why you're putting me to sleep?
Excuse me?
I don't know why I have to come to these things.
Well, most parents or guardians want to be involved in our students' lives. Maybe we should find a different representative from Griffinstone to be Gallus's guardian.
Oh, that'd be great. If you find one, let me know!
I'm so confused.
You're saying Silverstream is exuberant?
Yup.
And enthusiastic?
Yup.
But aren't those the same? And are they good? I mean, you could be trying to tell me she's unfocused, but then you might just be explaining that you appreciate her high energy.
Nope. Maybe.
There seems to be a lot of nuance here, and I just want to make sure I understand exactly what you're saying. So what are you saying?
Gallus doesn't need to know I'm proud of him, and he certainly doesn't need me trekking all the way to Ponyville.
Good, because you're no longer welcome.
Okay, now that's what shouldn't have happened. Also, I got lost in the thing and didn't realize I was doing commentary. Everything was good with, or at least Diesel, how Trixie was handling him until that last part.
Oh, well, fine with me.
Trixie, what happened?
I'm not sure, but we'll have one less conference to worry about next semester.
I really appreciate your honesty, Big Mac, and you're right. Parents expect a lot of detailed communication when it comes to their kids. And if you aren't comfortable with that, Vice Head Mayor probably isn't the job for you.
Yeah, nope.
Starlight, I know why you wanted to see me.
I rolled it back, you frickin' thing.
And if you aren't comfortable with that, Vice Head Mayor probably isn't the job for you.
Yeah, nope.
Starlight, I know why you wanted to see me, and you don't have to worry.
Oh, good.
It's thoughtful that you'd want to check in on me after my shocking confrontation with Grandpa Goo.
Unfortunately. And again, most people don't watch myself, so I won't be cutting it, so apologies.
Starlight, I know why you wanted to see me, and you don't have to worry.
Oh, good.
It's thoughtful that you'd want to check in on me after my shocking confrontation with Grandpa Gruff. But never fear, I shall recover.
Trixie, that's not exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. You can't get into a shouting match with parents or guardians. For the final stage of the interview process, you'll each have to put together a field trip. And if you really do want the job, I need yours to be exceptional. Because if I had to pick a vice head mayor right now, it wouldn't be you.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Denial, so she tries to play it off.
Obviously, you're not gonna give the job to some pony else, but you want to see my best. Well, message received. Wink.
Trixie,
The great and powerful Trixie is about to pull out all the stops. I hope you're ready for the most exceptional
Nose boop.
field trip to ever grace this school.
Swell.
Is it wrong for me to think she might actually pull it off? Oh, don't answer that. Not looking forward to the performance?
I know Octavia loves music, but a field trip to a classical music performance isn't my idea of an exciting time.
Until you see the duo of her with her other half. Also the tongue.
Okay, I take it back.
I'm fairly certain this is the only other time in the series they had them play together other than the Slice of Life episode.
When I heard we'd be arranging field trips, I knew right away I wanted to take you all to my lab. I can think of no better trip than one through the quantum field. I am referring to time travel. I've been working on a temporal transportation device.
A chair.
And 3, 4.
What's gonna happen? Because I don't actually remember.
Congratulations! You are now
What? Really? Are you serious, dude? With all your intellect, I'm done.
5 seconds into the future. You see, we are.
Oh, good lord, Dr. Hooves, why?
Already time travelers.
They had too much fun with his teeth and the expression.
Who's next?
Now what?
Oh, I hadn't actually thought that much beyond this.
Congratulations, Plankton.
Ponies and other students, welcome to the greatest and most powerful.
I like the running gag of the great and powerful thing. It just, like, unlike other people getting annoyed by it, the 20% cooler, even though it doesn't necessarily make me laugh, but they overplay it way too much in this episode.
Field trip of your lives! Where are you and friends going? I am thrilled you asked, because today we're not doing a normal, old, boring field trip where you go somewhere.
So, not field trip.
Au contraire, I could have easily taken you to Froggy Bottom Bog, but we don't need to leave the comfort of the classroom for our field trip. I can bring the field trip.
And then here's where things get Diet Soda Discord chaos.
To us!
Flash beat. Yep.
Trixie, what did you do? Well, I found the perfect little patch of bog to teleport into the school. I guess I just didn't consider the possibility that a hive of flash bees might have nested there.
Gonna have the young one, young adult, whatever. Oh wait, they got attacked yet. I was gonna be in the hospital or whatever.
Who told you bees to nest in my patch of field trip bog?
Trixie, go with students. I'll handle this.
I was only trying to give them an exceptional field trip experience, which you have to admit I did.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, exceptionally awful.
Starlight? Hey there. So...
She must have teleported the things.
They're gone?
Yes.
Nice teamwork, am I right?
Are you kidding? I don't know what team you're on, but it isn't mine. This was a disaster. It was dangerous.
I think the words you're looking for are great and powerful.
It wasn't even acceptable! You went from not taking it seriously to blowing things so out of proportion you put every creature in danger. And I wanted to work with a friend so much, I ignored the fact that you would never be right for the job.
I'm confused. What are you saying?
I'm saying you'll never be Vice Headmare.
But I thought you created the position for me.
Why would you think that? I created the position because I need help. But I can't think of any way that you would ever help me.
Twilight's friends always helped her.
Oh, that's because Twilight's friends are competent. They care about what they're doing, and they know how to do it.
Apologies for lagging behind the last couple 3 minutes, but it's just like, it's been a kind of, for me, it is what it is and not having much to say, unfortunately. Not that I don't love it, because I do, but...
Well, I guess I won't take up any more of your time, Headmare Starlight.
Starlight? I just thought I'd check in to see how the search for a Vice Headmare was going.
A lot better now.
Okay.
I really wanted it to be a friend, so I ended up pushing aside some pretty big signs that it wasn't gonna work out.
Not every pony is right for every job, but every pony has something to contribute. The trick is figuring out what.
What if you and your friend can't figure it out?
If you have a job to do, you have to decide what's best and be upfront and honest, even if that means you can't work with a friend on it.
So, I guess that means talking to them at the beginning, instead of stringing them along until you get so frustrated you totally lose it and say a bunch of really awful things?
I mean, not that last part, but in terms of the not saying something sooner, it pretty much, like that part of it, repeat/recycle of the all bottled up episode.
Pretty much.
Trixie? I know you're in there.
Well, you're wrong!
I'm sorry for all those things I said. I just really wanted it to work out, even though I knew it probably wouldn't. I should have said something sooner.
Obviously, we can't.
Here's the thing. Yeah, you should have said something sooner, and again, I'm not saying it's good, I'm not excusing you for it, but you should have said something sooner, but at the same time, her inflated ego wouldn't have allowed her to see what you were saying to her.
Can't have what we want, because I'm terrible at everything and could never help you with anything.
You aren't terrible, and you have a lot of great qualities. Maybe not Vice Headmare qualities, but great and powerful friend qualities. Well, you really stand by the ponies you care about. Gallus even said no creatures ever stuck up for him the way you...
Okay, I just remembered. I thought Big Mac was the one that ended up having the conversation with Grandpa Gruff. So, I remember that incorrectly.
Well, you really stand by the ponies you care about. Gallus even said no creatures ever stuck up for him the way you did with Grandpa Gruff. It would have been nice to run the school together, but not every pony is right for every job.
I know how you take your responsibilities seriously. And maybe I should have known I wasn't exactly a perfect fit.
If it makes you feel any better, no pony was.
What do you mean?
Well, Dr. Hooves has decided to go back to his experiments, and Octavia is worried the responsibilities of vice head mare will take too much time away from her music. Maybe getting a vice head mare was a bad idea.
Starlight, obviously you'd like some help, and hiring a vice head mare is a great idea.
But who could it be?
Well, you need some pony who's responsible like you, and detail-oriented like Twilight, and smart, obviously. It is a school, after all.
It would be nice if I got along with them, since having it be a friend can't work out.
Maybe it can.
And I knew as soon as I read Trixie's scroll that it was the exact right thing for me to do.
But what about being Flurry Heart's Crystaller?
Well, honestly, now that Flurry Heart's a little older, there really isn't much for me to do outside of the occasional tradition or festival.
It's like, what, not anything, because she's older, not much outside to do for that. It was probably like a once-a-year thing anyway, so there wasn't much to do besides that day anyway, and then maybe like a week preparing for it or whatever.
And working at a school is what I always thought I'd do. I mean, if you'll have me.
Are you kidding? You're hired!
I had a feeling this would work out.
Oh, Trixie, thank you so much.
Between being insightful when I want to be, and giving good advice when I don't mean to, I suppose I can be a pretty good friend.
More than that, actually. You really did give good advice. And you helped me talk through the problem of finding the right pony for the job. And we know you care about the students.
Trixie, the great and powerful advice giver, problem talk thrower, and student...
talk through her. Writers.
Care about her. I think I'll go with friend.
Friend is perfect. But there's a position here at the school you might be right for, too. What would you say to being the School of Friendship's new student counselor?
I'd say this office needs a bit of redecorating.
A thing happens at the end.
Potted plants scream desperation.
Phyllis, no!
Really? That's how they ended it? Stupid crap. I wanted to roll it back and freaking had the like and dislike thing, so when I hit the up or down button, whatever it was, it didn't actually go to the freaking time bar.
School you might be right for, too.
Like I was
what would you say to being the School of Friendship's new student counselor?
I'd say this office needs a bit of redecorating. Potted plants scream desperation.
Phyllis, no!
I swore I remembered that. And there with Charlotte with tears in her eyes coming from something that was a lot more serious than that. But obviously I was wrong. Yeah, it'll be a while before I do episode 21 because I have Equestria Girl Season 1 to do, and then after Backstage Pass stuff, I'll be reacting to Anonymous, again, always butchering his name, and Equestrian's videos on the Equestria Girls Backstage Pass special, so it'll be probably more or less a month. I don't know how much long relative to that before I actually get to season 21, or episode 21, I mean, but look forward to the upcoming reaction videos of that stuff that I just mentioned. Equestria Girl Season 1, Digital Season 1, Backstage Pass stuff, etc. For being the next MLPG reaction videos. And when it comes to these videos specifically for FIM, that's it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and in however many weeks in the future, I'll see you guys next time for more or less react to Friendship is Magic for episode 21. Let's see if it gets the name. Episode 21, Daring Doubt. Bye, everybody.